okay. I'm starting to feel like excitement's still there, but I'm starting to feel like a little bit worn down. You know, your mind is there. You want to make sure you come in and get it going. The body's just starting to like slowly get a little bit exhausted. And it's not about mentally being there at all. It's just about nature, you know, as you get close to the show, with your preparation, your diet, and everything else, it just hits you all at once. I was perfectly fine all the way through, and then this week, it started to kick in a little bit where I started getting a little bit fatigued and a little bit exhausted. But I just got to regroup and get it back on track again.
That's because you're getting old.
All right, youngster.
Take your shirt off.
Take my shirt off. You might want to touch my chest.
Well, I did that anyway.
And I got to watch you because you like to touch me too much. Big temple? Up one, yeah. Stiff, yeah.
That's like the same as your 30 when you get the haircut.
The last thing I want to see is upper body when I'm trying to concentrate on the crucial part for me is my hamstring glutes. Already knowing that my upper body is going to be fine, that doesn't do me any good to motivate me. That's not anything that's a weakness. So seeing that makes me just lose a little bit more focus on the goal at hand. That's the hammy glutes. Good goal. Seeing tempo in here kind of like makes me think about my father a little bit more. You know? Even though they look totally different. I mean, he looks more like my grandfather, but you know, I just remember the first video I did, my father and his little half grin. You know, never liked to show too much emotion, but I could see it in his eyes. He was proud, but he just didn't like speak up much. You know, but it was just nice having him here. And it brings back a little bit of emotions because this is where I first started that around one video. So kind of a little bit emotional thing too. But it's a proud thing at the same time. I know he's watching on me, looking down on me, watching over me anyway. So yeah, you just think of it in a positive light. You know? Look at that bicep I was doing. That's kind of scary right there.
So I was looking at it.
But my eye too. Like, you take a peek at that. What? See, that's why I don't need to see that. Look how I lose my focus after that.
Maybe in the future.
Where is everybody today? Kick everybody out today, tell me. That's what I appreciate. Nice and quiet just for you and I. It's our place today. Say that's my man. Handle things.
Hey, he'll take his shirt off.
He would. No, he wouldn't. Oh, no, he wouldn't.
He's taking his shirt off.
Ah, no, he didn't. Nice try, Temple. Huh? When you was doing a photo shoot, you mean? Just took it off to show you? But did it look like this? No. Didn't look like that. So what does that mean? Bigger's not better.
Slide forward, slide back to the back, kick the butt with it. Back up there. Forward out. Hands to the side. Very good. 8 foot. Back to the line. And 15.
Nice. Hip. Yeah, nope. Gotta be. These kind of exercises are not about weight, not for me. It's about repetition. I'm just trying to dial it in, tie it in, get it as hard as possible. Diet's gonna help. The muscle is there. It's just trying to just refine it, shape it, condition it. Listen up. Yeah. Different. Yeah. Practice squeezes so I can be on stage and not get fatigued. And also, that iso tension is what's going to help me bring in a little bit more detail. Just constantly flexing, especially in between sets. You know, so a lot of times you get caught up and they have you out there too long, you start to shake. It's the last thing you need to do when you're trying to win a show. Just get the shakes. Let's stay right there.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Come on.
Get this, baby. Coming to the Atlantic City for you. Ooh, goddamn.
What is that?
There's a ball on top of there. What
You got
the?
bit by something, didn't you?
I'm telling you, that don't even look right. God damn.
Motherfucker look like a ice cream cone scoop.
3 weeks out. Control a little more. 2.5 weeks out and 2 weeks out. And I called Chris this morning because we were like trying to take it to another level. I said, Chris, said you and I both want to see more, but we're ahead of schedule from the Europa. The hamstrings and glutes are actually in better condition now than they were at 3 and 2.5 weeks out from the last show. So, but neither one of us are satisfied because we want like just dramatic changes, like so where it's just like wow factor. Like how can he change that much in such a short period of time? So that's what keeps us pushing hard though, because him and I both know what we're capable of, and we're not gonna be satisfied until we achieve that goal. And it's a realistic goal. Just gotta keep digging, and it will come. But we just gotta be patient and just keep working, and never give up, you know. But we will 100% be better than we were last time. For one, we're even more complete because we're a little bigger. I don't know how many pounds, but definitely bigger, and just more balance than last time. So it's going to give us a little more symmetrical, aesthetic look. But I just want that chop on those hamstring glutes. So when you look at me from all angles, you see nothing missing, you know. I just want people to just look at it as like there's nothing wrong with his physique. I mean, everything just flows. It's like complete balance. Charles Glass. I stole this from him out of the magazine.
Zach was just getting that first lift off of.
Yeah.
Hammies are coming out of his pants. Start off with that 25, you get that 45.
Yeah. Little tricep workout here too, man. I'm trying to hold this weight up. And I heard your upper body trying to brace yourself. Gee.
See, I'm still feeling my front quads for Monday. Good try. You still doing your feet at an angle?
Yeah. Trying to get like
Right.
that tie-in, baby, that tie-in.
Back swoops.
Yep. Oh, good. Come on, man. Oh. Yeah, let me see any of you other guys put on 30, 32 pants on slacks. I guarantee you're not wearing them. Yeah.
Watch out. I am grateful that I can even do this for a living. I count my blessings every day. No matter how tough it gets, it's still a gift. I get to do something I love to do for a living.
That's why I wear this all the time, just to keep reminding me where I'm at. And never get too far ahead of yourself, because none of this comes without him. None of it. I'm well aware of that. See, I never get the lows never get too low. The highs never get too high, because as long as you have him, your life should be fine, balanced, and nothing to overwhelm you if you truly believe. Now today I normally would do straight leg deadlifts, but my alternative is this today. So I don't combine them both because it's a little too much wear and tear on my back. Now straighten them out. Your legs are bent. They still got to be locked out. Keep them locked, lock, lock, lock. That's it. Good, stay focused. Yeah, so I'll do one or the other. I'll either do straight legs or I'll do this. I don't like to combine the two. Hold on to it. There you go. And depending on the day, I would do lunges, but we alternated two glute master machines today. That's why we're not doing lunges. So it'll be one or the other. So just so you know, for your own purposes, that you can change things up a little bit. So there's too many exercises you can do, but I don't want to overtrain. Hey, I wish the fat would come off my booty and my hamstrings like it comes off my damn face. Like a freaking Ethiopian with eyeballs. Skeletor mania. Nothing I can do about it though. That's what I want to eat for, just so I can fill my damn face out again. I'll blame that on my mother. She got the skinny face, man. She gave me that.
Nice and smooth. Smooth those edges. Come on. Come on. Good.
I gotta get my hips adjusted, see? Oh, that hip. See, that hip is out. It looks like my bit offline.
Looks a little better now. All right. That's like, we'll talk about diet later, but so I'm actually pleased that I'm holding any kind of fullness right now with as little carbs as I'm doing. You know, I'm really basically doing as far as food, only taking in 50, maybe like 80, 85 grams of carbs food-wise, and then I take in 2 scoops of Value Growth post-workout. So really, total carbs, probably about 150 a day. And that drink doesn't even feel like carbs, even though you feel good for a moment. You're begging for those carbs after. I am, at least. And for me to actually hold any kind of fullness with that is a positive, you know, because usually with these kind of calories, and especially just eating fish and egg whites and protein drinks, it's all the protein I had. Last time we were able to eat some red meat. Not that we couldn't this time. He wanted to shake it up a little bit. I don't question, you know, because he knows what he's talking about, Chris. And this time we've just been doing tilapia fish and egg whites and protein drinks. It's all my protein source for the last 10 weeks. Well, last 8 weeks. And still holding this kind of size. So I feel great about where we're at, because obviously we put on some new quality muscle to be able to come to this point and still be bigger. You know? I would love to be able to have a day of just like eating some red meat, but it probably wouldn't hurt me, but it sure wouldn't help me, I don't think, in my ultimate goal of drying out this glute hamstring area. You guys don't know, the last time we got it in tighter, we were tight early, I was able to eat a medium pizza at 3 weeks out and at 2 weeks out. I forgot to take my picture, but I wanted to show everybody that I took a picture and that I still came through. You know, that was the blessing of getting ready early. And if it was just going by my upper body, I could probably eat that pizza still. But not having, we want to be better, much better in the backside, the hamstring glute area, than last time. So we can't have that luxury this time. And I'm okay with that, because I just want to like dial it so crazy that there's like no doubt that Troy's the best he can be. Go 200.
We'll eat pizza after Olympia.
Yeah, exactly. I'll eat all the pizza I want after Olympia. Done. Cardio time.
Hi, Mike.
Mike, this is Troy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll go with, we'll go 5 of the,
Your free one is a watermelon, so let's base it on that.
okay, that's perfect. And then, for anybody? Always. No, you shouldn't. It's not your responsibility. Like, No magic behind this. Everybody else usually weighs their food exact, not me. It's gonna heat up for 11 minutes. Then make my fish. They're supposed to be 4-ounce packages. Sometimes they come big, sometimes they go small. You know what you're getting. Tilapia. It's my choice of fish. It's clean, easy for me to get down. I'll probably never eat chicken again on a diet, ever. Might eat it for a meal or two, but that's about it. Don't like it. Takes me an hour to eat a chicken breast. Fish goes down really easy for me. One thing Chris and I don't worry about is salt. We like to keep the salt in our diet. Keeps me mentally, I feel better because it keeps me fuller, and physically, internally I can handle it as far as I don't hold a bunch of water no matter what. So there's no limit. Whatever I put on there, I put on there. There's no set amount. So I even put a little bit of my Tabasco. A lot of people panic because they don't eat at a certain time. The only thing I get is frustrated. I don't let that dictate whether it's going to change my body or anything like that. You beat yourself up like that, trying to be on an exact time every day, especially if you have a life. It's kind of impossible to do everything on a certain time daily. And you're going to have some days off, and if you sit there and panic and let it mess with you, it will mess with you internally too. I'm just more frustrated because I'm hungry, not so much for the time. I can deal with it. I'll make do. Try to just be eating a little bit later tonight for my last meal. My last meal is usually just a protein drink anyway, so it's not a big deal. Isolate protein, so if I go to do it before I go to bed or not. I like mine to cook too. Like it done. This is supposed to be my third meal of the day. Again, I don't measure the ounces. It's 3 packs, it's supposedly 12 ounces, but they never measures out to that. So I try to stay somewhere around 8 to 10 ounces, and that's where I'll be by the time this is cooked. And then breakfast, I have 10 egg whites and a yolk, 1 yolk, with a bagel, with jam, light jam on there. Then I go train. I'll do my amino acids before and after I train. And then I like to put them in between meals to try to keep my protein synthesis balanced throughout the day. But after I train, I'll have a protein Value Grow mix. 2 scoops of Value Grow, which is 60 grams of carbs, and 2 scoops of protein, which is about 50 grams of protein. I'll do that post-workout. And my third meal is the fish and 1 cup of white rice. No particular reason. I've eaten brown rice before for a diet and I've gotten into shape. I've eaten white rice for a diet. I've eaten pasta for a diet. I mean, I've experimented with everything and I just like white rice. It doesn't affect me as far as low glycemic, high glycemic. It doesn't affect my body at all. So I'll have that right now. And then usually around 3:30, 4 o'clock, I have 2 scoops protein shake. After that, about 50 grams of protein. And around 6 o'clock, I'll have fish again, 8 to 10 ounces, with a handful, probably like about a cup of spinach, with light dressing on there, like a tablespoon of dressing. And for my last meal, I can alternate between, it's up to me, with Chris and I don't stress on that one, whether I want egg whites, 6 egg whites and 1 yolk, or 2 scoops of protein. And that's pretty much it consistently on a daily basis. Now there's days where we might, based on my body and where I'm at, we might up the carbs, where I might do 1.5 bagels for breakfast, where I might have 3 scoops of Valley Grow post-workout, and then a cup of rice for my 3rd meal and my 5th meal. That's on a high carb day, which we're going to be doing tomorrow. And that would just like kind of shocks my body a little bit when I'm starting to burn really fast right now. So we want to kind of like pick it up a little bit, slow it down. So put a little bit more calories in with the carbs, and it won't slow it down, but I just need the extra calories because I can just go down to nothing fast. So that's our plan for tomorrow already, and I'm excited about that. I love my carb meals. But there's nothing that's scientific. Chris believes a carb is a carb. When you say why a bagel, there is no real reason why a bagel. We've done grits for breakfast. It doesn't matter. A carb, I believe the same way. A carb is a carb. You know, everybody's body's different, but for the most part, you're gonna digest the same. We got a little bit more spray in here. Two cups of rice in a bag, but I don't measure that out either. I'll just cut it open, pour out what I think is half, and that's it. If I had to measure things out, I wouldn't be a bodybuilder, because that part gets on my nerves. That's why I never write anything down either. I've never written anything out in my whole career. As far as, sometimes I wish I did though, just as far as my preparation for a show, so I can look back and say, what did I do here, you know? But when it comes to working out, I never worry about that. What I lifted here, what I lifted there, what difference does it make? You know, it's what you do in the gym that day. It has nothing to do with what you did a year ago in the gym. Your body changes as you grow. So you're going to change with it. If you're trying to get any better, you're going to change your workout accordingly. So I don't concern myself with that. And I don't concern myself with measuring everything out either. I kind of know where I need to be, about how many ounces, and I stay within that parameter. Let that cool down a little bit and dump that out. I like it for my rice to expand, so I feel like I'm getting more. magic way of measuring out a cup. Got more. Beautiful. Okay. That's about half. Very excited about that. Put a little salt on there. And my ketchup. Don't cut that out into the last week. Wow. Try to scrape every bit out of there. I'm hungry. Crust or whatever. I don't give a crap. Enjoy every bite. It's time to dig in. Need a little bit more of my seasoning. I don't know how anybody dies without putting any seasoning on their food. It's insane. That's why you should stay in better shape all year round so you don't hold as much water. You get to enjoy this stuff. If you want your food to taste good, stay in better shape. Oh, you guys are here? I was lost in my little meal there. Got a little sweat going and gets my body temperature up. Whew. That was good eating. Got a little more basket. That's all, folks. Welcome to Pro Nutrition. This is the place where I make my millions. You know, you can see it just stocked with all kinds of money. Money, 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 money. Energy, life. Clean, happy, Nutrex. It's like, you know what they say, and you come in there, it's like, and now this is the place where it happens, in those cribs.
Yeah.
This is the place where it happens, right here. Instead of my bedroom, this is my bedroom right here. This is the domain. You know, this is my masterpiece right here. That's in the working process right now. Steady, but enjoyable. You know?
gotta have a, like a tough skin to be able to hang with the business, especially during this economy. Because if you didn't, it's difficult. And so I try not to get too high on the good days and not too low on the low days, because what I've learned over this 1 year is you got to balance it out. It's or hit and miss. If you get discouraged, if you have a bad day, then it kind of weighs on you and the energy in the place. And if you just take it as just a bad day, we got the rest of the week, then that's how it turns out to be good. And I've learned that over time, because I used to get up and down, drive myself crazy. And now when I balance it out, it ends up turning out to be a good week. I just try to look at the numbers for the week, and they're steady. Not where I want them to be yet. And I have high expectations, realistic but high expectations, and they're not there yet. But I think in time, if I just keep digging in little by little, and I'm just able to devote more time to it, it will come through. I think the numbers will come up. I got great staff. The guys that work here have a high energy, and they actually treat it like their own. That's the thing that I love about my main guy. He'll come in, have the music on, he'll be mopping the floor, cleaning the place, like, hey, we're gonna have a great day. We got energy, and I'm just like, yes, we are, because he's got me all hyped up. It doesn't matter what's out there, and it turns out to be always a pretty solid day. And he's the same way, because he has his own store, fitness clinic too, so he knows the highs and lows, so he treats it just like his place, and I respect that more than anything. He's great. I don't even want to call him an employee. He's like a friend and a manager, that happens to so-called work for me, I guess. But it is what it is, and I'm happy that I have it. I just got, it's a blessing that you can own your own store, period. Whether it's in a good or bad time, the fact that you can do it and you take a chance is good. And my goal is to try to get 2 or 3 stores, successful stores, before I'm done, and then just have something that I can rely on after the sport, I have a steady income, and then just kind of ride off in the sunset with my riches. Yeah, my realistic riches. I'm not talking millionaire here. We're talking about just living comfortably, and I'm good with that. Yeah, that was my very first cover, yep.
So what do we got here?
Yeah, so this is my first Ironman with Jay, and I was in a pretty darn good lineup. See, the hamstrings weren't bad right there. Very first show, that was against Darren, Melvin, Flex, Jay. I mean, that's a solid lineup my very first year. Then I was up against Dexter, Melvin, Jay, Chris, and the San Francisco Pro. Having fun in Australia with Chris being a knucklehead and Claude Gruel. Of course, that was my very first cover. That was kind of cool. And Fred Begot, that's when I took second to him. He turned pro that year. Then second to my man Victor back in 2000. And that's the same year I took second to Tavita in 2000. Should have beat him. This is it. That's my pro card right there. 2002. Finally got it. One of my favorite shots right here with Big Ronnie, Dennis, myself, and Milos. I think this is my first Olympia too. With Dexter. And all the guys here. Got all their shirts on back there. Yeah, it was fun. Back in the day. Tom Prince. He's kind of clown Melvin still with that blonde hair. I don't know what he was thinking right there, but that's the fun time right there.
Did you ever see?
Kevin jumped into that show, and then he jumped out. He was kind of toasted coming in. He was in the audience drinking alcohol, and then he just said, "I'll do it," and they let him in. And he did the show, but then he backed out again for the night show. I mean, he still looked pretty good. He was in shape. He was in good shape. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, that's fun stuff right there. Muscle Mag was just last year, August 2008, there you go. In 2005, that was the first Flex cover I got there. And that was exciting to me to get my medal from the main man, Arnold, my very first Olympia. So that was pretty fulfilling right there. I only weighed 211 pounds there. And I held my own there. Those guys didn't look that much bigger than me. That's what woke me up to make me realize it's not about what you weigh, it's how you present yourself, and your physique, how balanced it is. Because I look just as big as those guys, and they outweighed me by 30 and 40 pounds. So that was nice. That's it for the covers, and that's my main man right there in the middle. It's my father.
I'm just really shaking my
That was out in Kuwait, I think it was. When I was in Kuwait, that's what they had for me. I brought that home. I thought that was pretty cool. Some of the pictures of my buddies that we did. Of course, we have over here Nutrix. This is my sponsor, my #1 sponsor. We have the Almighty Value Grow, which I'm a stickler to, that I still use all the way up until the contest. And all the products are really good. Your energy source, you go with the Ignite. Lipo 6X is the fat burner I use. We even have a stronger one called Lipo 6 Black that is for more of the hardcore. And that's represented right here in this ad with Dennis Wolf. And then we got a Lipo 6 for hers, which is super popular. Again, time released. It has Hoodia in it and folic acid. And then the main thing is that the Niox is a good product if you're looking for that nitrous oxide boost or that pump in the gym. Outstanding. And I mean, there's nothing you can say bad about the products. I'm happy with all of them. I have no trouble selling them whatsoever because I believe in them. They're all like legitimate good products. You have mass stacks that you can do with the Vitrix, testosterone booster, Anabol. You can't go wrong. So I've been really pleased with how they treated me and how my customers have responded well to the product. So go Nutrix. It's funny, the way I have that picture in there, and it just means so much because he never could wear anything like that before. He never. And he was a big guy, not big, sloppy, but he had a little gut. And he was always about 210, 205, big legs, and just like a little tummy. And when he got ill, he lost a bunch of weight, and I just thought it was so cool to see my pop wearing something like that, you know, with some slacks and a belt.
What happened
And
to your pops?
he had pancreatic cancer, so he was like strong as can be, but most people don't even make it past 6 months. He made it almost 2 years with that, and that's why that picture means so much to me, because it's like I always got to tease him before, like, Pop, you haven't worn that probably since you were 12 to be able to wear an outfit where you can use a belt. And he was just like, kind of like in this same old mood, like, yep, I'm enjoying it though. That's just him, the mellow father, you know, my hero. I feel his energy all the time. Every time, you know, anything gets frustrating or whatever, I just think back on how he just would never, you know, get upset about anything. And it just, the one thing that is still admirable, and I don't know how I could ever reach that goal, that's my goal, is he always was a giver. You know, he never ever did anything for himself. And no matter what, he would just, you know, you can call him in the middle of a golf course. My mom, and he would like say, you know, I need you to go to the store when you get home, or what time are you gonna be done? He's like, he would almost stop his golf game to go and get her what she needs, you know. And when it comes to my nieces and nephews, he would just do anything and everything. So when he retired, he never took time for himself with his retirement. All he did was just give more to the family and give more to church. You know, he would just go out of his way to give to church, and that's why I just like admired him so much, because he was just amazing, his composure and how giving of a man he was, you know, just beyond giving. And I just wish that, one thing I got to do for him though that makes me feel good is I got to send him on a cruise with my mom and him. You know, when he got ill, you know, he got a chance to go on like a 7-day cruise and got to enjoy himself beforehand. And he appreciated, he never asked for anything. Never asked for anything. And never judged either. You know, every time I had anything I had to talk to him about, whether he agreed with it or not, he would give you his views on both ends. And that's what I miss the most, because having that person that you can go talk to, that you can rely on to give you some comfort one way or the other, and it was amazing. And just was taken too early. But I see other people taking early, and I find myself shutting up because I know some people don't even have the opportunity to spend 10 years with their kids or family. At least I got 60, he got the list last till 66. So I got to count my blessings with that. But you see all these people in the gym that are 80 and looking great and 67, and it's like, man, why couldn't he last that long? And it especially after he worked so hard to get that retirement, and then he retires, and it wasn't like even 4 or 5 months later that he got this stupid cancer, right after retiring, after all that work and devoting himself to our family. And then he never, ever once complained. Not once. Not until the day he died. He just never, ever complained. I told him even before he died, the day before, I said, Pop, we're okay now. Everybody's okay. We're going to be strong. We're going to be fine. And he said, no, I just want to wait till I see my sister and just let her know that I'm okay. And then I can let go, I almost get teared up thinking about it, but amazing guy. I don't know. I gotta stop.